Hey y'all, hey. So let's do a flip through of January of this year. I decided to use the Common Planner, and this is the A5 sized vertical as far as the weeks go. And I have planned a little bit in here, but then you know how I do. I get tired of the vertical, so I go away from it, but then I come back and then I do different stuff. But I have decided to, for sure, use this for my, for the pages in the back for my memory planning. So, yeah, so I thought we could just go ahead since January is complete. I, for some reason, thought February was, and it is, it's absolutely not. So, I did film this with you guys, so it kind of shows up weird, this image that I pulled from a magazine. But if you tilt it, you can see that it says Happy New Year, and this was January, my January 1st kind of 2-page spread. Yeah, so going over here, a lot going on. If you've seen any of my memory planning, you know that I pretty much try to fill up the complete page, or fill up the page with just everything. So naturally, January 1st, coming off of me personally eating like a jerk and just not fueling my body with the good stuff. So I did like how I used my dark carbon ink. So I zhuzhed that first, and then I wrote over with Posca's. And it's just a bunch of stickers. We had to, so Mom, she had made a big pot of menudo, and she gave me basically everything that we didn't eat at her house. So I had a huge pot of menudo that I needed to put in a freezer bag and put in the freezer because I was over it. Like, we ate it like twice, and I was like, okay, I feel like my innards need a break from all the heavy, fattening food. So, look at us. We did a workout. We watched some YouTube, cooked breakfast for Hubs. I got to read, and we were watching Dr. Death season 2 at this time. So, I always love to go through when I do these flip throughs with y'all and just see what we were doing, what we were reading, watching, and all that good stuff. Took down the Christmas tree and all the decor. I mean, that's amazing. For me to have done that on January 1st, that usually doesn't happen. And then I like to add in Bitmojis, ate a healthy dinner of salmon and broccoli. Yeah, I did. And washed my hair. Oh my gosh, I love these flat iron stickers from Virgo and Paper. And I finally lit one of my 5011 candles that I bought. I have a pretty enormous candle collection. That's from either me buying them or people giving them to me as gifts. So that's been one of my goals for this year, is to actually light my candles and use them. So that reminds me, I haven't, I don't think I've done that in a minute. So let me just start a little listy list. Like, I have my Scentsy going on over there. That smells delightful. But yeah, we need to light a candle and keep going through the stash. Okay, so the 2nd was a rainy day. Work was chill. Did a workout at home. Look at me go. And then just some things that I did. Brian Michael, if you have watched any of my memory planning videos, he's a character, that one. He is our UPS driver at work, and he's wild. But he was telling me that him and his fiance, they might get married over Zoom. I didn't even know that that was a thing. Maybe it started during COVID. Very well could be. I feel like we did a lot of Zooming, during COVID time. But they did already get their marriage license. So, if you get a marriage license, you've got within a certain amount of time to get married, or, you'll have to pay the money and do the whole process over again. So that meant they were serious. And then, yeah, I just added this image from a magazine. I read my book until 11:30. It must have been a good one. No, that was the crappy one. Okay, we'll get to that. I think I kept hoping that it was going to get better, and it just didn't. Or maybe a mixture of that, and I couldn't sleep. So we were just trying to keep reading. Another image from a magazine, Dinner at Mom's. This is the Stanky book. This book was horrible. If anybody has read this book before, it should have been a do not finish, straight up. Like, I should have just cut it. But I kept thinking the story made sense, and I kept thinking it was going to get better. And for whatever reason, I was trying not to be a quitter, because maybe it was January 3rd, or, when I started reading it, it was January something. So, but never again. I was talking to Erica, and I was like, 3 chapters. If it doesn't get good, or if I'm not interested within 3 chapters and I actually want to read it on purpose, then it's getting the cut. So here I finished my book. So I took this Stanky book, I took it to lunch at work, and I finished it. And I just was so like, I was even telling them like what was happening and the ending. And they were like, what? That's all from the same book? I said, yeah, the ending was dumb. It was horrible. Like, I don't remember the last time I read a book that I was just like, I want all that time back. Like, give that time back to me. So that was me, how I felt with my head. Like, I don't know if that's a cloud or a rock, but there's me and my ice cream's melting and I'm sad. That was me after reading this book. Okay, so then we go to January 4th, and this image again from a magazine, because y'all, Brian Michael got married. He let me know that the morning before work, they were on a Zoom call. He said he wore a white shirt, a sport coat, and his underwear. So here he is, Captain Underpants. That's all I could think about when he told me that. Oh my gosh. You talk about like life over 40, getting married. I don't know. Like, I mean, they're already living together. So it's kind of like, I guess if you don't have the time or you don't want to spend the funds or whatever, I don't know. They just were kind of like, let's just do it. And so they did. And he said it took him 17 minutes and then he just went to work. Yeah, because he was at work that day. He was like, yeah, I got married in underwear this morning. I was like, oh, okay. Of course you did. So there is he. And there's me with my little pom-poms cheering them on. And then after work, I did work out. And then I had kava for dinner. Oh my gosh, yes. Look at this bowl. Ugh, beautiful. Gorgeous. Love it. Let's see. Saturday... okay, I see crying. Miko must not have been feeling well, or maybe he ate a bug or something. Oh, he did throw up in the yard. Then later on, before I noticed it to clean it up, he went to start eating it because he's a nasty monster. So anyway, I picked his little butt up and then I put him inside so that I could clean up the mess outside. And I'm just like, why is he so gross? Why are animals so gross? Like, they just don't know any better. They don't think they're doing wrong stuff. Anywho, binge watched. Okay, so that was the show we were watching at the time. I love that show. Oh my gosh, when we were done with it, I was so sad because it was so good. We dyed Mama's hair to keep her young and sexy. And then we watched our novella, drank margaritas and watched our novella. Oh, I see what I did here. Okay, so I did a little line to cut that this was Saturday and this was Sunday. Yeah, because I was like, how could we have been doing all this on Saturday? Absolutely not. So I tricked myself. Sunday is all this shenanigans. Because, yeah, the hair dyeing and the margaritas and the popcorn and the watching 90 Day Fiancé, which that is our trash TV favorite show to watch. And then this picture of Miko kind of like over on the futon, just like, hey, girl, what you doing? What's up? So then image again from a magazine, and one of the girls at work, this was her first day. She's adorable, that one, but she's a mess. Anyway, we'll get more into her stories. I feel like y'all seen or heard a few of them when I did my June. Do I have it over here? Yes, my planner journal from June. There was definitely some stories in here about Homegirl because she wild. This, if y'all remember this one, yeah, that was her. And that was her. Yeah, she's cute though. We like her, but she makes me work for my money. So anywho, oh my gosh, y'all. So I live in Fort Worth. There was an explosion, they said, in downtown Fort Worth. So I'm like, maybe 15 minutes away from there. But my sister lives and works downtown. So of course, when we heard the news, actually Brian Michael's the one that told us. So I was on the horn and I'm like checking in on my sister. I'm like, girl, you're at work. Are you okay? She sent me like pictures and a little video. Yeah, she works like 2 blocks away from this. So they could just look out the window and see. But we, of course, like, I feel like my head first goes to, there's a crazy bomber out there. And there was not. It was just, I say it was just a gas explosion, but everybody's safe. Nobody, nobody was lost in this craziness. So that's like best case scenario, right? Like, yeah, there was a little blow up, but everybody was fine. Yeah, but that just was like, oh my gosh. Like I said, just when he told me that, I was like, oh my gosh, are you kidding me? Downtown Fort Worth? Okay, I've got people to check on. Stopped after work to buy Miko a new dog bed. Yeah, because his was tore up. Like he was trying to make confetti out of it, and he's had it for a while anyway, and it was just kind of like grungy looking. And then we went to Zales to inspect my engagement ring, wedding rings. That's like a requirement of the what you call it, the warranty. So we did that, and then we had a WTF moment. Okay. So boss texted us before work and said that 114 was a parking lot. I had already taken 26. Yeah, so I was already like making myself go this kind of back roads way. So I thank him for telling us, but yeah, there's like a few ways that I can go to work, and if I go this way that I would have gone, yeah, I would have been stuck for life. So he always, because he lives like right there, so he'll always, and he gets there before us, so if he does, then he'll be like, hey, y'all, go this route, or don't take this exit, go, he'd be looking out. So we love him for that. And it was just a crazy, wild, busy day, lots of receiving. Oh man, didn't even sit down for lunch. It was one of those kind of days. I heated up some cauliflower mac and cheese. Oh my gosh, what is that brand? Kevin's cauliflower mac and cheese. Oh my gosh, it is so good. Literally could stand there in the kitchen and eat the whole thing. But yeah, I heated some of that up. I'd taken that to work, heated some of that up, threw it on a cart, and continued pulling for big orders and filling prescriptions. We got to do what we got to do sometimes. Somehow we caught up, and then I got home and I probably died. I just cuddled on the couch with Harmon and then read my book, and I found this image that cracked me up. Sweet dreams are made of cheese. Yes, they are. Yes, they are. So Wednesday, trained in a shell, mentally exhausted. Y'all, training wipes me out. It's like so much information, and then, we've got to write things down. We've got to go over things. Pharmacy world, there's so many, just like, if it's like this, then that. If it's like this, then that. If it's, there's not just like one answer for everything. Yeah, so that's how my head was by the end of the day. This one cracked me up. I'm already tired tomorrow. And then this was Wednesday, so we did dinner at Mama's, tacos. She had to pay $300 to fix a valve on her car. Oh my gosh. So mother story shenanigans. She says, she never told me this before, but she'll take her car to go pump gas. And after, because she'll put it on that automatic little button. And so it's pumping, but then once it's done, it clicks and it stops. Well, she'll continue pumping. Like, let's say she's put in, $45.05. She'll keep pumping until she gets to $46, like every time. And I'm like, ma'am, you don't do that. Like, once that thing clicks, you are done. It is full. It knows. It knows. You don't need to go to the next dollar or two or three. Like, that's crazy. So because she would do that constantly, it like ruined that valve. So she had to have it fixed, and she learned her lesson. $300 later. So that sucks. So y'all don't do that. If you do it, don't do it. Then she put the battery backwards in her new clock. She was like, this clock isn't working. This clock isn't working. I changed the batteries out and it's broken. And I'm like, hey, hang on, because I know her. I'm like, let me see it. So I looked at it and I'm like, no, these batteries, something don't look right. And you know how it shows for the most part, like if you put the battery in, it's got to go this way or this way. And sometimes they're both this way, but sometimes they're both this way. Yeah, however she had it in, they were backwards. So I switched them around and look at that. It started working just fine. But yeah, she was going to throw the whole clock out because she thought it was broken. Y'all, get your girl. Einstein Brothers, yes. So, I woke up feeling kind of cruddy, took some Sudafed, felt a little better. But what makes you feel better when you don't feel good? Bagels or carbs. Let's just say that. So we did the bagels. There was a story that happened at work, so I journaled underneath this image. But there's the girls sharing the tea. Yeah, it was a lot of work tea. So, but I can't unfortunately show that. And then, yeah, more tea over here because I did a 2-page spread. So I continued over here and then just put another image. And it just kind of looks like we stuck with the theme of like, hey, let me tell you something. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay. And then keep your head up. I just kind of added some stickers that went along with the tea time story. And then some flowers. And then... okay, so then I did a little different. I wrote the day here. We ordered from this bakery that we love that's down the street. So there's us having our coffee. And it was National Pharmacist Day, so we treated Boss to some coffee and then a little bit more tea story underneath here. But I had to put the whoa because it was whoa. And this image went along with the story. Like I said, I'm so sorry I can't share that story with you, but it was a doozy. And then so here I did my ink, you know, swoosh, swoosh, swoosh. And then I'd used a Posca to write over this that we did Chick-fil-A for dinner. And then we watched this movie Lift. The story was kind of dumb, but as far as like the action and the entertainment, it was entertaining. And there's Peppa. Look at Peppa. And then I love these Chick-fil-A stickers from Sweet Tea Plans. I have not seen these in her shop lately. So I told Erica when I run out of mine, I'm going to reach out and see if she still like has them that she can like print, like maybe do a special order. Because they're so cute. I love them. And then watching our show, Young Sheldon. And then we watched our show and then Harmon took Miko for a walk. There's Miko. I mean, not really, but you know. Saturday, we watched this documentary. And, you know, documentaries, it's one of those things like, depending on who puts the documentary out, who's paying for the documentary, you know, where they get their studies from, of course they're going to naturally like swing kind of one way or the other. This one really, I think it gave you a lot of good information. Some of it was kind of like, duh, but then some of it was like, okay, that's interesting. And it's just kind of like we started watching it, and then once we started, we just couldn't stop. But, I mean, did I really get anything out of it that I personally didn't know? Absolutely not. Like, I already knew from the beginning what was going to happen. But, I mean, it was still just interesting to see, especially because it was twins. So, and then here Sunday, oh man, I got on this kick. I was making a lot of spicy miso ramen. And then I added chicken and broccoli. It was super good. Lots of reading and memory planning. Yes. Oh, I love this sticker, the Vibes one. And then watched our novella. That's the one we were watching at the time. And at dinner, Mom put on her gloves. It was super cold this day. So y'all's mom, she put on her gloves literally to go out into the garage to get wine for us. She said it was cold. So she comes back in and she still has her gloves on and she's like pouring the glass of wine. And I was like, ooh, it's like I'm at a 5-star restaurant. Like she needed her little, you know, her little apron, or not apron, but the little napkin, you know, how they drape it over the arm. She could have been like, and here you are, ma'am, like maybe next time. But it was just cute because all of a sudden she comes up and she's got the gloves on. I'm like, what in the world are we playing dress up? What's going on? And then we had an overnight snow. So here's homeboy that I pulled from an image with all the snowy mountaintop behind him. And yeah, just some letters from different sticker books. That's from Happy Planner. Yeah, so it snowed the night before. Woke up to a winter wonderland. But the sun was coming out, so it started, I don't know if it started melting yet, but it was just one of those where here in Texas, especially DFW area, when we get snow, any kind of ice or snow, they basically shut down everything because we don't know how to act. We act a fool in this weather. We don't know how to drive. They don't treat the roads. And so everybody just freaks out. So they shut down the school. They shut down the city, everything. So basically we at work, we run if UPS and FedEx runs. So UPS decided they were not going to run, but FedEx was like, challenge accepted. We're going to run. So that meant that we had to work. So then I just basically waited because I was like, anybody that's going to leave and go to work, they're going to be out in the streets at normal time. So I felt like by 9:30, everybody was off the streets that was going to be out there. So yeah, I was literally like the only one on the road, maybe like 2 other cars I saw out there. But so mom texted me and she was like, good morning, Angel. You're staying home, right? Like, you're not going to work, right? You're not driving in this. And I was like, well, she first texted me and she said, are you home? And I hadn't left yet. So I said, yes. And it was true at the time, but then she doesn't know that I went to work. She still doesn't know to this day because she will whip me. Like a whole whipping, not a half one. So I couldn't tell her. So anyway, I went to work at 9:30 and it was kind of scary. 121 was blocked off. I had to take 183, which I hate anyway. It's like very not cute streets. The side streets were really bad, but I did make it because I was like the only one. So I basically drove in the middle. Like I picked all the lanes. I didn't have to stay in one lane. Work was easy. Yeah, so everything shipped out FedEx. Cooked dinner, read my book. Yes, I could have stayed at home, but I forget what the deal was. I feel like there was somebody that was off already. Like we were shorthanded, and then I was like, well, sometimes I like a challenge. So I thought I'd try it. And like I said, I made it. And then by the time I left, the roads were completely dry. Like the sun came out and it was like, you would think it never happened. It was wild. Oh dear. So Wednesday, so Snapchat, they be saving stuff, or maybe it's like a feature that I need to turn off. We were at work and I was thankfully it was my bestie that I was with. So it pops up, this memory happened a year ago or 2 years ago. And like every year it'll send you like a little notification. So it sent me like a picture of Miko when he was teeny weeny. So it was like from like 6 years ago or something. So then I was telling Bestie, I was like, oh, look at my BB. So we were like looking at the pictures on Snap and just scrolling through. And then we got to the last one and then I pushed the forward button again, y'all. It was a picture of me in my birthday suit. Luckily, it was just my butt. But apparently that day, like I had worked out, I was probably, my booty was probably looking real good. So I took a booty pic for my husband and I sent it to him. And I didn't realize that Snap saved like everything. I didn't realize that. And I think what happened was, I think I took the picture on Snap and then I was debating on sending it to him through there or text message. And then maybe I don't know. Anyways, my friend saw my butt is all I'm trying to say. So we're like there and it flashes through the picture and then all of a sudden there I am. And it's like, pow. So she was like, oh, and I was like, all right, what's done is done. And then she was like, congratulations. And I was like, hey, thanks. Because I mean, not trying to brag, but like I said, it was a good photo. That's why I sent it to him. Anyway, anywho, so yeah, there's me. My Bitmoji image there, looking at the phone like, ooh. That was probably the way she was looking, and I probably, turned 3 shades of red, but it is what it is. There was a little message about something under here that I can't share. Yeah, so I just put that here, put the little writing underneath. And then, hey, that's bananas. I take a chill pill. Oh, well, sometimes it happens. Or maybe it doesn't happen to anyone but me, but it happened. It happened to me that day. Dinner at Mom's, Chick-fil-A. Oh, so she had like a whole leaky washer issue, so I felt bad. So I got her Chick-fil-A for dinner. And both of my brothers went over there and saved her, fixed it, and she was all good after that. So then here, we already knew that Brian Michael, UPS guys, now wife at this point. We knew that she was preggo, and they found out she was having a girl. So I got the little stickers, wanted them cute. Okay, yes, congratulations. And pizza day at work, we ordered from Marco's. Oh, and I made a huge salad. So we did pizza and salad. Man, that was super good. We did tea time when I got home. Oh, and then I bought a bunch of tea. Like one of our favorite teas is from, well, probably like 3 or 4 of my favorite teas are from the brand Stash. So I bought a bundle, like a huge, if you buy from their website, it's cheaper. So I did that. And then another image from a magazine. Wonderful. Yes. And then some of these are just going to be, if nothing really happened or I just wanted to add some images. Yes, that's always me. Slothing and a big cup of coffee. And then me and my books. Obvi. And then Sunday, nothing really happened. However, I tomboed the heck out of this page. I bought a new craft cart from Target so that I could clean off my desk. I was like having a moment. I was rage cleaning, and I told Erica, I was like, I just need one cart that is devoted to holding all the items that I'm using at the moment. So literally when I'm done with watercolor, whatever it is, like my favorite stuff, I can just throw everything in here, and my favorite sticker books, and I'll just rotate the stuff at a time. Because all my other carts are being taken up with planners, markers, all the sticker books. I got Hobonichi stuff over there, Happy Planner. I mean, everything's taken. So all the carts are taken, the seats taken. So I was like, I'm just going to buy a craft cart for my own personal use. So when I'm done with everything, like I said, I can just clean the desk off, throw it all in the drawers, and they're still organized over there, but everything doesn't have to just sit and surround me. So that's what I did. And it's beautiful. It's my favorite thing. It's right next to me. So then 8:45. So I had a doctor's appointment, my OBGYN, and it was horrible, cold, raining the whole way. And he was an hour late. I said, he's lucky, he's cute. He said he had 2 deliveries. He had to deliver some bebes at 6:45. So, I said, well, I guess you're forgiven because you brought some beautiful life into the world. Then I got to work at 10:30. I felt decent until 11. So I was still kind of in and out of feeling crappy, I guess. That stinks. I am in a mood. Give me food. I put this image. Oh, it's going to really pull at this. Oh, no. Okay, well, that's going to have to stay because it's very sticky. So, yeah, this image was from IG. And then we did our tea time because we got our tea that came in from Stash. Super fast, right? Memory planning until 9. And then, yeah, this was just a sticky note that my bestie left on my desk at work that she needed us to order small gloves. And I just loved it. And she said, thank you, boo. So I had to save it. So I just put it here. But yeah, like I said, apparently if I'm peeling this up, it's going to peel. I'm scared it's going to pull the image back here. So it's just going to stay there forever. I mean, it's supposed to stay there forever anyway. And then I think I filmed this one because the clown, I'm remembering. Yeah, so new girl, that's our girl, new girl, Nichelle. She opened up every freaking item in the back. She asked me, she came to the pharmacy and she was like, so do you want me to just like open receiving? And I was like, yes, we had already discussed how receiving goes. You open up this and then you open up this and then and there's like an order of operations. She opened every single thing back there. When I say everything that was back there, she opened it. And it was like, I don't know, maybe 20 boxes. Like we've got refrigerated, hanging out in the wild. We've got non-refrigerated, all the things, supplies. It was like, I think in the video when I filmed this, I think I was like, you know, if you like leave a toddler in a room for like 10 seconds, you go out the room and then you come back and they have literally every toy pulled out and you're just looking at them and you're looking at the mess and you're like, and they're like looking at you like, what happened? What's wrong? That's how I felt. I walked in there and it was just like a tornado. So anyways, we had to like stop what we're doing, get the refrigerated stuff in the fridge. It was a hot mess. But God bless her. I don't know. We're still trying to work through some things. But anyway, yeah, clowning around, funny business. And then we ordered coffee, did some YouTube watching, tea time at the house. And then my favorite ramen, I probably did the spicy ramen again. And then me going, yes, because boss was like, yeah, so they started a new program where the new hires get like a welcome gift basket. So he was basically like, I'm going to get y'all some stuff and make you a little basket. So tell me what y'all want. And we were like, okay, like, yes, Big Daddy. So then here, Wednesday, I got this idea. So Erica, when she does her memory planning, she, like when they go to the beach and stuff, they get those like wristbands, or when they go to the baseball games. So she like puts her wristbands like this. And she was doing a flip through and I was like, why don't I do that with some washi? Like it just looked different and cute and interesting. So I did that and I love the way that turned out. And I just put my little Bitmoji face here. And I had to write some stuff that had to get covered up. I'm so sorry. And then dinner at Mom's. We watched our novella. There's us. Oh, look at us. We're so cute. Washed my hair and then did some memory planning. This sticker cracks me up. That's like you putting your headband on. Like, I mean business. We got the pencil in the mouth and the in the book. And then there's me. I mean, I did wash my hair, so that kind of doesn't make sense that I would have the little hair cap on. But she's cute and I liked her little look. And then Thursday, Boss Man gave Heather and I, oh, so that was what he gave us. That was our gift, was tequila, because he knows us. And then I went to Five Below, but they didn't have anything good. Sometimes it's hit or miss. You can go in there and find all the things. Like I've gone in there and spent like $60 like that with, you know, just buying stickers and random stuff. This time I didn't find nothing. So I don't know. Ordered sushi for dinner. And I passed out. Oh yeah, I passed it on the couch. I was tired. Watched American Nightmare. That was a good, I think that was a documentary, if I'm thinking of the same thing. Yeah, that was really interesting. And then there's me. I mean, if I were a man. So here, Friday, I felt crappy on and off. Oh, so I still was feeling kind of yucky. And then Heather let us know that her husband had the flu. And so we were all like, oh God, geez. So be prepared for that. So we kind of masked up and just took all of our meds, you know, take the vitamin C, you do what you got to do. So then this night we definitely drank too much. We had like 4 cocktails. Y'all, I'm weak. Back in the day, I was a professional drinker. These days, not so much. I'm like a 2 cocktail, maybe, you know, it depends on how long the stretch is as well. If it's just like a couple of hours, 2 cocktails and I'm done. We had like 4 and we had fun. We were talking. I kind of wrote here, this was like an image. This whole part here was an image from a magazine. And I just said, Harmon and I had a wonderful conversation about how well we work together. We love and respect each other. Yeah, I think we were talking crap about somebody else or something. I don't know. We were gossiping. And then we just kind of end up talking about like how we are. And it's like, you know, if everybody could just respect each other, talk nice to each other, respect, communicate, like everything could be fine. Like what's there to argue about? So anyways, that's just us because we're gushy mushy like that. So I put A and H because that's me and Harmon. And then all these like lovey-dovey words that we were talking about, you know, just, I love my boo so much. He's wonderful. And then, but yeah, oh, this image, let's get ready to stumble. Yeah, we were kind of feeling some kind of way the next morning. I was like, oh God, what have I done? One of those, what have I done? But I still did some stuff and things. We did the grocery order, pre-planning. Oh, but I did have some ramen and sandwich. Yeah. Memory planning. Started a new book. Oh, but I passed out on the couch. And then this image, no drinking. That was when I was in my stage of, I will never drink again. And then, you know, we always do. But at that time, I was like, watched Young Sheldon. I did some, I don't know if this was watercolor or it might have just been my Tombos. Like all swish some Tombow, like on a little plastic planner cover, and then I'll take my water brush and just like dip it in there and do like watercolor-ish, you know, effect, but it's not true watercolor. But I like the way it turns out with the different colors. And then let's see, this was from a magazine. We must stop regarding unpleasant or unexpected things as interruptions of real life. The truth is that interruptions are real life. Amen, C.S. Lewis. You're right. Feeling so much better, but my back was, oh man, y'all. I feel like after I had a super bad back injury, man, it's been probably about 8 years ago-ish. I feel like after that, like my back has never been the same. So I'll be lifting, especially when I get into like heavy lifting of weights. And then if I tweak something the wrong way, it's not good. So then I'm off to the chiropractor. Got to go visit my friend. He's wonderful. Let's see. This was from a magazine. And yeah, so there's the little dock. And there's me going over there. We did tea time. And this is washi tape, y'all. That's super cute. I love that. Let's see. Chicken noodle soup for dinner. Filmed a video. Look at me go. Love that. And then we really kept it simple here at the end. Feeling so much better, like a human. I felt good enough to work out. Oh, kind of. Watched YouTube and read my book. That's probably what this image is. I probably did like a deep, either like yoga or Pilates or stretch kind of session, which is what my body needed anyway. So, and then here, by the feeling of it, I think this is real watercolor. And I just did dinner at Mom's. We watched our novella, washed my hair, filmed a video, read my book, and then I just love this image from a magazine. So yeah, I'm trying to get used to, or get in the okayness of not filling up the page completely. Like I still like the way this looks. Like it's still like pleasing to my eyeballs. But even though it's not like completely filled up, if I have the time and if a lot of things happen, it's probably just that nothing really happened this day, but I still wanted to just put, you know, that I went over there to visit our mom. Yeah, she's all of our moms. So, but then like looking at this page, like I love that. Oh man, this is probably like one of my favorite spreads. Just filled in, colorful. We've got images, stickers, watercolor-ish, you know, stuff, magazines. That's like for real, like my favorite kind of style. But then even this with like all the journaling, like I love that, colorful. So yeah, but what I like about this planner is that the pages are not dated. So if I want to use 2 pages for a spread, oh, we're getting into February. That's a little preview. Yeah, since they're not dated, you know, you can use, if you want just 1 page, or like how I cut the page in half, you can do halvesies, or, you know, do a 2-page spread. So that's nice about having it not dated. As far as the paper, there was the spread. So this spread, that's why I put this image here, because the Tombow, like going back and forth, it bled through this paper. So, I mean, I know it's supposed to be, you know, the same paper. I think the same paper as Hobonichi. To me, it doesn't feel the same, and it doesn't treat my, well, you can see here. Yeah, the bleed through. How it came through the other side, but it was super bad, like really in this area. So that's why I stuck that huge image there. Yeah, so like I said, I mean, the paper is nice. I like that it's like bright white, but definitely I had a lot of bleed through. You can see here even, But yeah, like I said, it was really bad here. And it was just a Tombow. Like, I do that in my Hobonichi all the time, never had that problem. So, I mean, maybe they're the same, but not the same kind of paper a little bit. But, yeah, that was just like an oh my gosh moment. Because, like, it wasn't even watercolor. It wasn't even, like, Sharpie marker. It's just, you know. And maybe there was, like, the spots that I went over, you know, but I didn't really go over too many spots a couple times. So, I don't know. But like I said, I do that in Hobonichi all the time, and I've never had a problem. But anyways, that's the only thing that I will say about this paper compared to the Hobonichi. So, I feel like next year, if I had to say or choose right now, I will continue to use, I will go back to Hobonichi Avec and use that again. And then just, you know, the pages that don't have that many things going on, I'll just put a sticker or, you know, just a funny image from like IG or, you know, Pinterest that I find, because that's what I was doing last year and it was fine. So anyhow, that was January, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you got some inspiration ideas. And let me know, are you memory planning? What are you using? Are you also using the Common Planner? Like I said, I love this paper for the color. I love the undated pages, but I just don't think it's equivalent to Hobonichi. For me personally. But anyways, love you guys so much. I appreciate you, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.